Aloha mai, aloha e. I open with a welcome chant that says, come, welcome. Let us join hands, mind, heart, and soul, and have sweet conversations together and partake of all that life has to offer until we are fully contented. Welcome, Unity
Church. Good morning and welcome, Unity Church of Pono. We are so blessed to be here in beautiful Kailua, Pono, Hawaii on this gorgeous Sunday morning. There we go. Microphone on. As we work through our technical issues here, we say thank you for being patient with us, as this is kind of like we're missing our key important people here. But we're going to make it through as we get going with our service today. I'd like everybody to please stand as we get ready to do our vision, mission, and affirmation for the month of October. And so here at Unity Kona, we have a vision of a world family of oneness, peace, and love, with a mission to inspire spiritual growth and service through the active practice of love, prayer, faith, joy, and honoring everyone as a child of God. And the affirmation for this month is Zeal. And I take it together, my friends. I zeal with the zeal, I sizzle with the zeal of God, accepting my good and going forward to achieve my purpose. And so it is. And while we're standing, we're going to get together and do our opening song for this beautiful day is Oh, Beautiful Hawaii Day. And so we have some singers on board. We can come up and help us. That'd be fun. I got it for you.
Oh, beautiful Hawaii, a paradise on earth, a melting pot of every race. We live in harmony. Hawaii, Hawaii, ohana all are we, from sunrise east to sunset west. Aloha for us all. Oh, beautiful Hawaii, for rainbows in the sky and valleys full of waterfalls, with forests lush and rare. Hawaii, Hawaii, ohana all are we, from sunrise east to sunset west. Aloha for us all. Oh, beautiful Hawaii, for snow-capped Mauna Kea, Pacific Ocean fishery, and Pele's lava flow. Hawaii, Hawaii, ohana all are we, from sunrise east to sunset west. Aloha for us all.
Thank you, everybody. And as while we got everybody standing, let's take a moment and greet each other in this beautiful Sunday morning. If you're joining us online, it's time to leave your messages online here on Facebook Live so we can formally greet everybody, as we always like to do, with a great big aloha, and God bless you. Well, we just love this time of the service where everybody gets to say hi and greeting. It's been a week since we've seen you. Aloha, everybody. It's always fun to see everybody's smiling face on these beautiful Sunday mornings here in Kailua Kona as we welcome everybody to our sanctuary. We say thank you, mahalo keakua, for the blessings of this day and what it brings for us. As we get started with our service, I do have a few announcements to go through. But first and foremost, we are a prayer ministry. And with that You Pray app, you can download it on your iPhone, your Android, and get instant prayer responses from your prayer requests. We also have the box in the back of the sanctuary for your prayer request forms, so please fill out your forms, set it in the box. Chaplains will look over them, pray on them, and send them on down to Silent Unity, where they receive 30 days of consecutive prayer. And as we all know, prayer works in our lives. Let's utilize these tools that we have to make the power of prayer tenfold when two or more are gathered. We also have the prayer support at the phone line here at 808-322-0885. Or you can send us an email at theunityofkona@gmail.com, where again your prayer requests are sent on to Silent Unity. So let's utilize the power of prayer. As we move into the announcements, we have the team member of the month again. Congratulations, Carla Sire, Bastrop, Texas, and still part of our Ohana. As she's so loving service and devotion for our ministry. We are so blessed to have you, Carla, in this Unity of Kona ministry. We appreciate your labor of love and the hard work in creating the new quilt banner. That will be a new vision statement that will be displayed right here below the TV set. So we're really excited about getting that. We've seen some previews of it, and it's so exciting to kind of have things growing and our congregation grows. And wherever they're at, they're part of our Ohana. So we send our love and light out to you in Bastrop, Texas. Thank you, Carla. We do love you. My friends, coming up this month is the Interfaith Concert, scheduled for Monday, November 21st at 6 p.m. at the Lutheran Church. The last time there were 7 churches there. I'm not sure how many is going to join, but it's a community of service and all the love through song. So each church will represent their sanctuary with 2 songs. And so we're practicing here, and so coming in a little bit early, and Sunday mornings at 9:15 and Wednesday evenings at 6:30. If you'd like to sing, please come and join the choir and sing along with us. This is going to be a fabulous time. So the Interfaith Concert finally happening again. It's been a while. And again, we are currently brainstorming new ideas how to bring Reverend Sophia to Kona for the Christmas and New Year services. We would love any miles or to donate or places to stay. And so please see one of the board members if you have anything that maybe could help with this, making that happen. So Reverend Sophia Falke coming to join us here live instead of on the Zoom stuff. So this is kind of cool. And there's also a Pranic Healing Level 1 class that's being offered by Susan Oding on Friday, November 4th, and Saturday, November 5th. It's a 2-day class, and it's from 9 till 5 p.m. Those full days, 9 till 5. Okay, so there's a lot of information coming forward, and it's a lot of love, and it's the sharing the light, and the sharing of the light and modalities of many ways of offering light. And so Susan is this amazing pranic healing, and level 1 class is now being offered. So contact Susan via email at susan@pranichealing.com, or send your email to unityofkona@gmail.com with a subject matter, pranic healing class. And so don't forget, that's November 4th coming up, and then November 5th, the Saturday. Join us next Sunday for the healing service at noon with the crystal bowls and individual energy healings. And for anybody interested, we're looking for practitioners as well as people that were willing to receive. And so it's a healing service, and it's the second service on the first Sunday of the month. And so really amazing is the sound bowls and the healing that goes with it. And so come and just rest in the light of love and the sharing of the ohana and the mana, the power of the prayer. And with that, we have, let's see, it takes a village to run our spiritual sanctuary, and so we appreciate everybody that would kindly consider supporting Unity of Kona, becoming a member, contributor, sharing your time, talents, and treasures. And there are several sign-up sheets in the back of the sanctuary, and so if you please consider it, make that happen for us. And we're always looking for more tech people, okay? We need people to come up here and kind of figure this electronic stuff out so that we don't have these big old hiccups. So if anybody has a little bit of a finesse in the electronic world, please sign the sheet and we'll be contacting you. You are definitely needed. And with that, I have asked Elaine Albertson to come up and do our daily word. So welcome, Elaine.
The word for today, Sunday, October the 30th, is protection. God is here. I am safe. Once in a while, I enjoy doing things that frighten me. Sharing ghost stories around a campfire, watching a spooky movie, even savoring the uneasy feeling just before thundering down the first hill of a roller coaster. I don't really enjoy any of those, but I know people do. All of these things can make us feel scary, even though we know we're not in any real danger. If I begin to feel unsafe in any situation, I remember that right where I am, God is. Breathing out, I release tension. My body relaxes. Fearful thoughts begin to dissolve. Breathing in, I think more clearly. Slowly, I regain renewed strength and peace of mind. My confidence returns as I remember that nothing in the world can prevail against the strength, the wisdom, and the love of God. Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. Psalm 23:4. Again, the word of today for today is protection.
And with that, we say thank you, God, for the protection and the knowing that I am safe. And so now I'd like to ask you to just be comfortable where you sit as we get into our time for visualization. As we start to visualize the sanctuary, just rest in this moment of breath and visualize the sanctuary of your soul. Coming together with a breath into beautiful heart. And as you feel the loving energy of those around you, feel it flowing in and through you. See the loving energy flowing around every person, every being on this earth and in this world. And if you know of anyone in this world or in your life in need of prayer, see them now in the center of what we just created, the most beautiful, beautiful heart. And now we'll say together the prayer for protection. For the light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. And the presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. And wherever I am, God is, and all is well. And so it is. Mahalo keakua. And now as we get ready for our meditation and music and message, I'd like to introduce Kealoha Sugiyama. Kealoha is a native Hawaiian, a Christian, and a child of God with an ethnic blends of Irish, Scottish, English, and Japanese. Kahu Kealoha was born and raised here in Mahukona in North Kohala on the island of Hawaii. Life was simple, and he and his ohana respected everything from the mountains to the sea. Being one with nature made Kahu Kealoha want to be of service to man and God. And as a minister of God, it is Kealoha's pleasure to bring love and joy to the bride and groom on their wedding day in a beautiful Hawaii, and is also available to conduct wedding ceremonies on short notice. So if you'd like to please welcome Kahu Kealoha Sugiyama.
Let's prepare for our meditation.
Microphone on? Is your microphone on?
Okay, let us focus on our breath as we begin our meditation, because it is through the breath that we connect with our inner soul. And so let us connect to that inner light, inner energy, inner power. As we slide down the colors of the rainbow, visualize a beautiful rainbow in your sky. The beautiful colors arched. And so we slide down the color of red, then the color orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. And take a deep breath as we are within, one with God. And while we're in this sacred place, let us feel the power of zeal. Let us feel the enthusiasm and excitement of life that has been created for us to sustain us in our every thought, actions. And so let us embrace that wonderful gift called zeal. Feel refreshed, restored, and rejuvenated. And let us return to the physical plane, climbing up the colors of the rainbow, starting with purple, blue, green, yellow, orange, and red. And know that where we live, there are rainbows. And we embrace those heavenly colors. And so it is, and so it is. Amen.
And now we'd have a little musical interlude with Dondi. Thank you, Dondi.
I had a song prepared, but after listening to the meditation talking about rainbows, one of my favorite songs, and I'd like to sing this song. It's called a Hawaiian Lullaby. It talks about where we live. We are so fortunate that we live in a place like this, such a paradise. People are wonderful. And I'd like to sing this song because where we live, we want to spread our aloha. Where I live, there are rainbows with life and the laughter of morning and starry night. Where I live, there are rainbows and flowers full of color and birds filled with song. I can smile when it's raining and touch the warmth of the sun. I hear children laughing in this place that I love. Where I live, there are rainbows and flowers full of color and birds filled with song. I can smile when it's raining and touch the warmth of the sun. I hear children laughing in this place that I love. In this place that I love.
It's Aloha Sunday. It's Aloha Sunday. We come to worship at Unity of Kona. That's as far as I got on that song, so. Aloha, everybody. My lesson today is on the Hawaiian culture and zeal. And in searching for the context of that, I come across the word huna. Huna is the secret. Kahuna is the keeper of the secret. So in searching about this topic, it is said that huna has been developed tens of thousands of years ago. Now you must imagine that the Polynesians are in the center of the Pacific. They have no written language. Therefore, they have no books to keep their knowledge and to pass it on, as we do today, or as was done in the European countries. So how did the Hawaiians keep their knowledge from generation to generation to generation? It was through the oral language. Everything had to be spoken over and over from generation to generation to generation so that their history could continue to live. So this secret that the Hawaiians had was gotten through their awareness of what was happening around them. In their language, it is said that it was Wakea Okalani, the Sky Father, and Papahanaumoku, the Earth Mother, that came together and created man. The first man was Haloa Okekalo, who came from the earth. And so, knowing that their father was of the heavens and their mother was of the earth, they studied their father, studied the heavens, the sun, the moon, the stars, the galaxy at night. And in their focus and willingness to learn, they came upon the secret. Those that focus on Mother Earth, by focusing on the planting, the seed, coming alive into a plant, maturing into a forest, bearing fruits and flowers, focusing on the waters, the rain that fell upon the mountains, the streams that flowed down to the ocean, and the evaporation back into the heavens. They could see the godliness in everything. And because they saw the godliness in everything, they need to be humble and respectful of everything that was on earth and in the heavens. And so this is why the Hawaiians were so respectful that when they went into the forest together, they didn't just go and harvest. They had to chant in, asking permission. Hey ya hey ka leo leo na kupa kupa o ka aina aina o ke ave felina mai. Here am I, a child of this land of Ke'ave. Hear my call as I ask permission to come in to harvest. Whether it was picking flowers, picking herbs, picking fruits, it had to begin with the asking. And after they gathered whatever they needed from the forest, they had to say thank you for this gift of plenty. And so they, through association with the land, the streams, the forest, the universe, they found the secret of what life was all about. And it wasn't just about living and working and earning a living. It was about being one with everything on the earth and the universe. And so when that secret was found and created, all the kupunas would come together and exchange their stories, and some that were from the mountain and observed the universe shared what they found in the heavens. And those of the farming variety shared what they found. And those of the sea shared what they found. And collectively, they found the secrets of the heavens and earth and everything there was. And so they needed to pass the secrets on. So the kahunas go back to their village, gather their people, and start sharing the secrets of life. And so the first night they hear one secret and they go back home. The next night when they gather and hear the second secret, they go back home. And those that would attend the meetings felt that hearing the first secret was enough for them. And so they wouldn't come back the next night to hear of the second secret. And those that heard secret number 1 and 2, they felt, I got it. I have enough. I don't need to know more. And so they stay away. And those that came for the third, and the fourth, and the fifth, and the sixth, and the seventh secret, and those who chose to stay to the very end saw the complete picture. So in society, they have all these puzzle pieces. Those that only came for the first secret, they had just one part of the puzzle. Those came for the second, they had only that part of the puzzle. And those that stayed to the end could see the picture. So in the Huna, because we didn't have a written language and there was no book, they had to pass it on. And everything was in the chant. So for the Hawaiian culture, the chant tells the story of what is happening now. And the chants start changing with every generation. And so as the younger generation progressed, they had to learn the lessons from when they were young up to this moment that they are now the kupunas. And so most of the secrets that was learned of life was generational. It went from father to son to son to son. It went from mother to daughter to daughter to daughter, from generations to generations. And that's how they kept the secret alive. It wasn't a secret that was withheld from everyone. It was the secret that was learned through the inner knowing and finding the hidden knowledge through nature that they were holding on to. And so there are there are 8 components to this huna. The principle number 1, ike, to see, to know. And each of us sees through our own eyes. And through our experience and our perception, we gather our own knowledge. So we may all see the same picture, but have different experiences. And so when we come home and we live our lives, we all live differently. Even though we attended the same class, the same seminar, the same church, we see things differently through our experiences. And so that's what our belief becomes. What we believe is true for you. What I believe is true for me. It may not be the 7 principles of truth, but whatever sight I see is true for me. And this is why we have all of our opinions. And because we have different perceptions of the same view, of the same lesson that we've seen and heard, we have different perceptions. And so it doesn't make anyone right or wrong. It's just the way you viewed things. It's just the way you accepted it for your truth. And so we need to allow you to be the way you are until you come back for the 2nd principle, the 3rd principle, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th, and you see the entire picture of the puzzle, that you can understand what life is all about. The next principle is kala. Kala means there are no limits. What a wonderful knowledge to have. There are no limits. And how come we say, I cannot do that. I cannot sing. I cannot fix a car. When the 2nd principle is kala, there are no limits. It's because of our perception, number 1, that we deny ourselves of exploring, of trying, of giving it an opportunity to be a part of my life. And so the word I cannot is really a lie that you have created for yourself by saying, I cannot. I cannot play the piano. Did you take piano lessons? No. Then, if you take piano lessons, you can. If you try to sing, you can. If you try to swim, you can. So all the things in life that you say, I cannot, is a lie. A lie that you have given to yourself. So instead of lying to yourself, give yourself that opportunity to do whatever is in front of you. The third principle is Makia. Makia is energy flows where attention goes. So if you have the attention, then the ideas, then the action equals results. So in Makia, everything starts with a thought, an idea, and the more we think about it, it becomes alive. And then it depends on how much you focus on your idea will create the results. And if things doesn't work the first time, then change your thoughts, change your ideas, modify it. But try again until that inner desire finally finds the results that you want. And if you find that results for you, you find it for us all. And we can all benefit by it. The next principle in the Huna is Manawa. Manawa is the moment of now, the present. You know, if you focus on your thoughts, you'll find that you're always thinking about the past, whether it was a minute ago or 5 years ago. You're always thinking about something that happened in the past, or you're thinking of the future, what you got to do. And, 5 o'clock, I have to do this. And so we forget that we only have the now. We only have this moment to enjoy, to be happy. And so we need to focus on the present, because the present is a gift to ourselves. So in the beginning, I said that Huna was created tens of thousands of years ago. And it was created out of observance of what life was all about. Today, we have all these books about the power of now. And it says the same thing. You're either thinking of the past or the future. You're forgetting the most precious time in your life, which is now. So we need to focus on our thinking and come back to the now. And see how wonderful it is to live where there are rainbows and to enjoy them. The next principle of Huna that the Hawaiians came up with is aloha. We all know that word, aloha. And for the Hawaiians, this was the foundation of life. Because in aloha, when you understand that aloha is the love of the Creator for us all. That it was out of love that God created man in his likeness and image. How did the Hawaiians know that? They didn't have a Bible that tells them so. And yet they knew. They knew. Because they were so in tune with every living thing around them that they knew that this Creator created everything that they needed out of love. And so it is with this love that they set their standard for living. So when we greet one another in the olden days, if it was just you and I would say, Aloha kaua. Aloha, love to you and me. If there were a multiple people, like this gathering in the church, I would say, oh, aloha mai kako, which means let the love of the Creator be present in while we all gather, that we may enjoy the presence of the Creator and His love to permeate from one to another. And so this is how the Hawaiians greeted one another. Everything began with aloha. And so the missionaries come and they observe the Hawaiians, and when we greet one another, we say, oh, aloha kaua, aloha kako, aloha olua, aloha laua. And we embrace one another. So the missionary says, oh, aloha must be hello. And so they says, aloha is hello. When we leave one another, we say, aloha ahui hou. Because in the Hawaiian language, there is no goodbye. So when we depart, we say, aloha ahui hou. Until we meet again, let the love of the Creator go with you and me until we meet again. The missionary sees that and says, oh, aloha must be goodbye. So the misconception of the word aloha is hello and goodbye. Because Hawaiians don't talk like that. We don't say hello. We don't say goodbye. We always bring in the love of the Creator present. And that's how we greet one another. Not hello, not goodbye. Because we always respect and remember the Creator first, and we want the Creator to be in our presence, right in our face. So, aloha is acceptance, accepting you just the way you are and are not, forgiving one another for our differences, and allowing you to be. Principle number 6 in the Huna is the mana. We're all familiar with the word mana, the life essence. Mana is not only the life essence within you and me, but the life essence in Mother Earth, that beats around the world. The life force that brings forth the energy of living, whether it be in our ocean, our forests, our skies. That is the mana. And this mana that flows within Mother Earth and the universe is what brings everything into perspective, into harmony, into unity, into oneness. And this is why we need to take care of one another. This is why we need to take care of our oceans. We need to take care of our streams. We need to take care of our aina, our skies. But when you look outside into the world, what we've ended up with is global warming. We've polluted our streams. We've raped our ocean. We've denied our forests to continue to provide us with the necessities of life. We who were given the knowledge to exercise. And so the Hawaiians knew that the way you take care of Mother Earth is how Mother Earth is going to take care of you. And so now today we're scrambling to reverse the process of global warming, trying to band-aid all the things we've done for greed, raping the forest, the ocean, the streams, pollution everywhere. And now we say we must do this and this and this. It's a little too late, but we must do what we gotta do to make it a little easier and better for the generations to follow. And the seventh principle in Huna is Pono. Truth. Righteousness. So the things that we say, we need to stop, look, and listen before we say anything to make sure that it is Pono, that it is the right thing to say in this moment. Is it free from judgments? Is it free from suffering? Is it going to be painful for the recipients? And you say, well, I tell it like it is. There's different ways in the English language to rephrase and still get the thought across. So we need to come from Pono. We need to be Pono with our thoughts, our words, our emotions, and our actions. And these are the 7 principles of Huna, of the secret that the Polynesians, through observing life around them, realize what the secret of life is. But I'd like to add one more principle. And that 8th principle is zeal. We got to do these things with zeal. We have to energize our words, our thoughts, our actions, our heartbeat with excitement, enthusiasm, heartfelt energy, because it is the zeal that made the kahunas so powerful. The kahunas knew of the conscious mind, the subconscious mind, and the superconscious mind, even before psychology was developed. They knew that what you thought and you release that thought, that idea, to the subconscious mind, that the subconscious mind was impersonal. It had made no judgment. Whatever you asked for, it would hold on to it and work on it for you. Whether it was a positive thing or a negative thing, the subconscious mind is impersonal. So when you give it that zeal, that energy, that enthusiasm, it starts this fire going in the subconscious. And the subconscious feels, okay, I hear you, I feel you, you want this. And so the subconscious releases that thought, that idea, to the superconscious mind. The superconscious mind receives it and says, ask and it is given. Whether it is for your highest good or not, this is what you ask for with zeal. And so it sends it back down to the conscious mind. And boom, it manifests. You're able to put the puzzle pieces together and create electricity, create the automobile, create the airplanes. And so we need to be careful what we ask for. And we got to be careful how we say it. The worst time to make any decisions is when you're angry. Because you have that zeal, that energy within, and you swear out. And that energy goes out, and boom, it happens. A simple thing like, I wish you were dead. Remember, there is life in the word, there is death in the word. So in the word, you can rise up the dead, or you can will someone to death. So you got to be careful with your words, especially when you're angry. That's why they say when you're angry, count till 10. And it makes sense, because when you count to 10, it gives you time to rethink your intention. And nothing's worse than saying the word and then later on saying, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. The arrow already pierced the heart. The pain was already felt, and the energy was released. So let's grab onto this wonderful power of zeal. And for me, this zeal, the perfect place to say this with zeal is the power of protection, which is my daily mantra. The light of God surrounds me. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds me. I am the love of God. The power of God protects me. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over me. I am that presence. And wherever I am, God is and all is well. That prayer is so who we are. And when we says, I am, it is so. And when you put that zeal behind of it, it manifests. You become the light of God. You become the love of God. You become the power of God. You become the presence of God. Because you are created in the likeness and image of God. And so it is. Amen.
Thank you so much, Kealoha. The power was within us, and the Huna 7 points, 8 points, it really unites all belief systems. It's another way of truth. Spiritual truths are taught in all religions, and in the base root of the Hawaiian culture are all the spiritual principles. So what is an honor to have you sharing your light and your love and your energy, your zeal. Thank you, Kealoha. Touches my heart. As a seeker of truth, we find truth in so many different ways. And it's undeniable when truth is truth. Now is the time to take your gifts and offerings and hold them in your hand as we thank God for the blessings of the day and we do our offertory statement. As many ways that you can offer your gifts and tithes. There will be a QR code coming up and different things happening. And so as we get into the moment of prayer, we say, thank you, God, for divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am abundantly prosperous in every way. And so it is. How about some more music from Dondi? Thank you, Dondi.
You know, I think we passed out a sheet of a music. Let's see. It's called Hawaii Aloha. And in the sheet, you'll see some parentheses. In the hui, you'll see oli oli e. So the way that goes is oli oli e, oli. I'm playing music, see. That's the. And then of course the other parentheses, they also come over there, and I'd like everybody to sing. It's a song that I'd like for everyone to learn. You know, if you go to Hawaiian functions, usually as a song that they sing at the end of a function. I hear that a lot. So. E Hawaii e kuone haunau e ku home kulahi vine oli no au ina pono lani ho e Hawaii aloha e haole na opio Hawaii ne oli 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 mai na he makani ba mai ne au Kealoha no Hawaii oh Hawaii my home my native land love
our prayer, hear our prayer,
hear our prayer,
hear our prayer.
May the spirit of aloha always live, always live in the hearts of all mankind. Makia aloha no Hawaii.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Dondi. That was great. Yeah, we're going to hang on to that one. We need to do that one more often. That's a beautiful song. And now it's time to bless our gifts and offerings as our ushers are coming up. We say, thank you, God. Mahalo keakua, for we know through Spirit that we do know that as we give, so shall we receive. And so now we dedicate and consecrate all these gifts to do your will and your work in this ministry, in our lives, and fulfilling the community's needs. And so it is. Amen. And as today we'll hold each other in our hearts, as together we'll get ready to do our closing songs. Let their Aloha Oi. We're just going to jump to Aloha Oi. Let's make a circle as we stand up, right behind the front row, please. As we make our full circle here, and we'll do Aloha Oi and wrap up our service today. And so as we just learned, Ahui Ho, until we meet again. Next Sunday, our guest speaker, Reverend Sophia, her talk will be Release and I Let Go. So here we are.
Aloha, aloha, eke ono na no ikalipo, one fond embrace, ahoy, until we meet again.
Ahui ho, aloha. Thank you, everybody. Don't forget there's refreshments upstairs. I think we got some people brought in some food as we finish up our little couple of things. There's social hours and whatnot. Let's have some time together. May God bless everybody. Until we see you again next week, ahui ho and aloha. Thank you, everyone.
Hey, Manawa, ika vekyu, okoke, ika nani, oka aina, oka noe, o ai hai, oka lala, he aina la.
Took me a while to find it, though.